My name is Robert Lavery, principal of Robert Lavery and Associates. Our organization represents 7 of the largest development partners for the Sage 300 product line here in North America. Our emphasis is on enhancing the core functionality of the Sage 300 products so that customers have an integrated and fully functional system for managing both accounting, management reporting, and inventory movement throughout the warehouse. I'm working on behalf of Orchid Systems today and their bin tracking solution that integrates with the Edisoft QuickPack solution as part of the key solutions infrastructure that we've developed with several development partners to enhance web store to warehouse functionality for wholesale distribution and manufacturing organizations. Well, one of the key requirements of an integrated solution is that all of the vendors that build that solution together are able to integrate seamlessly so that the customer experience is one that doesn't require additional consulting work or additional implementation work, because we've made the effort up front to integrate all of these solutions and set them up on a VMware image for both demonstration purposes as well as prototyping any data requirements. This allows partners to recommend the solution with confidence, knowing that as development partners, we've already taken the initiative to do the hard labor of integrating the solutions at a data level. What that means is that when somebody comes along and looks at our bin tracking solution, we have the ability to expand upon that solution to include things like the Edisoft QuickPack solution so that they have visibility into the bins as they're doing the pick process, not after the fact, and integrate a web store or warehouse management or any other functional aspect of their operation that needs to be automated. The integration benefits that customers receive includes things like improved customer service, improved inventory management, because through the bin tracking solution that we offer, they're able to pinpoint exactly where those items are stored in the warehouse, as opposed to having pickers and packers meandering throughout the warehouse looking for where these items are stored. From a cost-benefit viewpoint, it's a very inexpensive solution when you look at the overall warehouse management of the inventory. You have companies that hold hundreds of thousands of dollars in inventory in these warehouses. They need to become more efficient and more effective at their pick and pack process. So in order to manage that effectively, we integrate these solutions at a data level to make sure that they can verify as a proof of concept the cost value savings of having to maintain minimal inventory, but still avoid stockouts so that they're able to fulfill those orders on a timely basis and be able to replenish the stock on hand as needed, or to set up the production planning if they're manufacturing these goods for the warehouse. When we integrate a bin tracking solution that includes pick, pack, and ship, the reason why we use Edisoft QuickPack specifically is because they have the understanding at the business object layer within the applications of how bin tracking is working within the inventory control module of Sage 300. So typically the issue has been with bin tracking is that we need an OE shipment transaction generated which does a packing slip. But the issue in the warehouse is pickers need to know before we actually pack that shipment what items need to be picked and where those items are stored within bins in the warehouse. So with QuickPack from Edisoft, that gives those pickers visibility at the bin level so they know where to pick before they're actually packing that shipment. And so by including the QuickPack solution from Edisoft, they can see the item they're picking from and choose which bin they want to pick from. They don't have to generate a shipment transaction first and then go back and identify the bins. So Edisoft gives that visibility into our bin tracking solution so they know which bins to pick from, and so they're generating a picking slip as opposed to a packing slip. And then once they do the OE shipment, they have the packing slip to verify what's being shipped on the pallets. Pickers in the warehouse know exactly where to go because the bin tracking is pinpointed the specific location within the warehouse. The packing is more accurate because you know you're selecting the right item. And the bin tracking, because it's storing quantities in different units of measure, they know whether they're picking up eaches or whether they're picking up cases or maybe an entire pallet of items that need to be shipped out. So in terms of compliance, whether they're using EDI or not, as you've mentioned, if it's simply just creating shipping labels, The items need to be scanned and properly packed. So again, QuickPack is a great tool for that because it has algorithms within the software to manage the components of what are being packed on the pallets. So you know up front the configuration that's required, the size of pallet, and how much can be actually packed in a case for those pallets. So that's a big time saver. The other thing is the efficiency of what's being shipped. These containers are expensive. Trucking lines pay by the size of the pallet and the cargo space that's being consumed. So you want to ensure that that pack is as efficient as possible, so you're shipping as many things as possible within those pallets and in those cases within the pallet. By having that granularity of information coming out of the warehouse at an individual bin level by item, companies are able to manage their inventory flows much more discreetly. They have a much better idea of the fast-moving items that need to be replenished on a more regular basis, so that impacts their purchase planning processes. It also helps them identify obsolete inventory within the warehouse, so they understand which items need to be removed and which things need to be potentially marked down and sold off so that they can clear out the warehouse, because there's a cost to maintaining warehouse space as well. So to the extent that you can minimize the amount of wasted space within the warehouse, you save overhead costs. I've been working with Edisoft since the early days when they first created their translator for EDI that integrated in with what was then called ACPAC, 1998, so that's aging me a little bit. The Edisoft solution's always been my specific choice for EDI solutions because of the integration. The ability to create trading partner templates that understand the OE pricing logic within the sales order module, that understand the pricing structure and costing methods used within inventory control, and thereby the purchase receipt side moving into inventory, and then whether it's an auto simply manufacturing client or whether it's just straight wholesale distribution, the turnaround capability of the Edisoft translator to take an 850 purchase order and create an 810 invoice is unmatched in the mid-market. And this is a key solution benefit to any client that's considering an EDI-based solution. As an ISV partner, Edisoft has always been terrific to work with because they understand the core logic of the application, and as an ISV vendor ourselves, we're able to integrate. They understand the table structures at the business object layer, and that allows us to integrate more seamlessly. It didn't take a whole lot of development effort for us to be able to work with Edisoft solutions and provide a complete solution, an end-to-end solution from the web store to the warehouse. So we would recommend to any client that's interested in this type of automation to consider working with a partner like Edisoft, not just because the software products are well written and well supported, but because they understand the business requirements of warehouse management, EDI compliance, and all of the shipping and warehouse manufacturing issues that arise in these types of environments. We see this relationship growing into additional functional enhancements within the Key Solutions portfolio, the addition of barcoding capability, whether it's just on the outbound shipments or both purchasing and inventory management, manufacturing, shop floor control, and ultimately the finished good production. So we continue to work closely with Edisoft to refine our marketing and sales messages to help business partners understand the true cost benefit of these solutions and help them close business. Because ultimately our aim is to assist them in providing these benefits to their customers.